Good evening and welcome to 7 News. The incredible run of zero cases of COVID spreading through the community on the East Coast has today triggered a milestone end of Fortress WA, just in time for Christmas. Next Tuesday, people from Victoria and New South Wales, families and tourists will be welcomed back without needing to quarantine. The line in the sand ends a very long separation, up to 247 days for thousands of families cut off by the border closures that kept our state safe.
The Christmas stockings are ready and today the presents were wrapped. Families were too.
Hi, darling.
Hi, Gigi.
After the Premier confirmed
2 trains coming.
they'll be able to deliver them in person.
Pending no further community outbreaks. Effective from 12:01 a.m, Tuesday, December 8, Victoria and New South Wales will be categorised as very low risk.
It's just going to be the best Christmas ever.
It's been months in the making.
As I said, March, April, May, June, July.
Caroline Sim's been counting the days, unable to meet her first grandson. Arlo was born in Melbourne in lockdown. He'll be 6 months old when Gigi gets her first cuddle.
We've been hoping and praying for it this whole time.
Her flight's booked for December 20.
I just want to squeeze him.
Passengers arriving from Melbourne today still had to stay apart.
Gutted.
They'll finish 14 days isolation after WA's hard border falls.
Devastated. I haven't seen my family in a year. Just glad to be here.
I understand there will be inconvenience for some people, but we're doing everything we can to keep Western Australia safe.
Tristan Harris was mid-flight when the date was set. He delayed his father's funeral, but is still too early to avoid quarantine and won't be allowed to hug his mum.
I want to be with my family. There's nothing about that is inconvenient.
The Chief Health Officers recommended Victoria and New South Wales be declared very low-risk states and quarantine-free travel resume December 4. Mark McGowan on board, but he's added an extra 4-day wait.
We make no apologies for being...
Safety and security.
Look, we are just cautious about these things. It also gives time for the airport to get ready.
But there's a big catch. If New South Wales fails to meet that 28-day standard on Friday, Victorians will be barred again too. And West Australians booking holidays are being warned you still might have to cut your trips short.
If we have any outbreaks, if we have any problems, we won't hesitate to put in the hard border again.
Road trips via South Australia will require quarantine because the same advice warns WA remains the most susceptible to a major outbreak.
Here in WA, we have become more complacent than most other states.
Hotels are rolling out the welcome mat but want the 2 square metre rule scrapped too.
The justification for the borders to reopening should also be justification to review some of the density rules as well.
We understand these are inconvenient matters, but we tried to take the best possible approach. See, he's reminding you, Jess.
To get within 2 metres, tourists first need to secure seats. As soon as the reopening date was set, airfares soared. Sydney to Perth one way more than $3,700. Melbourne to Perth $1,400. The cheapest options around $1,000 return. Jessica Page, 7 News.